It's one of the things we're called to do. Really, to reach out to each other, to watch out for each other, to love each other, to carry each other's pains, to carry each other's burdens, to rejoice when people are rejoicing, to grieve when people are grieving.
Since the pandemic has happened, I think there's been so much lost, and so many things that could have happened haven't.
People were locked down, and no amount of Zooming or FaceTiming can really make up for just being in the same room as people.
I was thinking maybe for some people I might be the only person that they speak to in that whole day.
We didn't have a strategy for mental health. It's just come about because of us, our eyes and ears telling us that this is of deep concern and we need to be on it.
This year's Lent Appeal is responding to the very real need in our communities of those of us who are lonely, isolated or struggling with mental health.
Churches and chaplaincies across the Diocese of London, rooted in their communities, compelled by the love of Christ, are meeting these needs in their neighbourhoods in many ways.
We came to the realization that people are coming out of the pandemic. There's anxiety, people have lost their jobs, people, way of life. So we thought, so when Sanctuary introduced this faith, grief and COVID, a conversation, we thought, this is just the right time to do this, of not having to be together during that time of grief. We found out in the course that the people have been able to share their pain, their disappointments, just somewhere where they can just come and offload. And that is just priceless. Priceless.
We do some work in a local secondary school, Bishop Wand, and at the moment we're running a Remind course, which is for young people with anxiety. We've also been involved with Kintsugi Hope Youth, so we did a couple of those courses over lockdown with our young people here, which was brilliant actually, wellbeing course. So it's so important to just have a safe space for young people to talk to people who care.
I remember reading somebody, a theologian called Paul Tillich, saying the first duty of love is to listen. And that really impacted me, and I've never forgot it. I'm only half-time as a vicar, so I only have 3 days a week in which to care for my church and to make connections in the community. And I thought, well, how do I listen to the community in the time that I have? So I decided to have some signs printed saying that, hi, I'm Suzanne, I'm your local vicar. Can I help you? Would you like a chat? And I just thought I'll put 2 chairs outside the church and see if anybody wants to sit and talk, see if anybody's lonely, feeling isolated.
The cafe is a really fun project which we're really proud of here. It's pay as you feel, so people can either have a meal for nothing or they can put in a cheque for 10 grand. Actually, they haven't done that yet, but you never know, they might one day. It's a space of real connection. People are just willing to spend time with each other and to engage with each other and to listen to each other's stories. There's no pressure on people to leave as soon as they finish their bowl of soup. So conversations lead to friendships and to volunteering, in fact, and to deal with this very real sense of isolation and loneliness that there is at the moment out there.
Posh Club is essentially a anti-loneliness project. We live in a central London parish with all the presenting problems, of which loneliness is pretty high up the list. Posh Club is for anybody over 60 years of age. What happens? Well, you get welcomed at the door, brought in. Our church hall is turned into a Paris nightclub. The people are welcomed, taken to tables. The tables are all beautifully laid out, linen tablecloths, matching cups and saucers. Part of the Posh Club as well as 4 cabaret acts. Can be anything: opera singers, jugglers, fire eaters. It's about engagement, it's about encounter, it's about laughing, it's about meeting new people, it's about getting up and shaking a leg, and all of those things together and really making people feel welcomed and cherished.
will share more of these stories throughout Lent.